He was a psychiatrist. He never did this shit. Goddamn great pumpkin, fuck Michael, where are you?
Whiskey Sour. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay. The Friday the 13th fucking reviews continue, and again, the weather will not allow us to do it outside in our original location, so we're here in the standard place, but it's okay, let's feel special inside.
Part 5.
Part 5.
Came at your face like a demon in the night.
Lord. Now we're in the dark territory of life right here with a new beginning. So Jason dies, and now we have a new beginning. And they hired this, basically the producer of the film stepped aside and he said, I want to be more of an executive producer sort of role, so I'm going to let you guys do what you want. They decided to hire an ex-porn director to do this, who was apparently a bit of a dick to
so you're being artistic.
Yeah, he was a huge dick to people on set. And their whole idea, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this movie, we're going deep spoilers right now in 3, 2, motherfucking 1. It's not even fucking Jason. The whole idea, you end off part 4 and you got Corey Feldman looking at you deep in the eyes like, man, it's time. You got this dark fucking moment with Corey Feldman looking at you in the eyes, and you think Corey Feldman's going to take over.
Right.
But what happened was Corey Feldman was so fucking good, and that movie was so fucking good, that Steven Spielberg called and he said, I want Corey Feldman for the Goonies. Corey Feldman's agents wouldn't let him do this movie or continue on with the franchise. So basically, the people filming A New Beginning had to go to his house, set up this shot outside, which is the opening of the movie.
It's a nice house.
Mm-hmm. Where Corey Feldman goes out there in his little raincoat, like Georgie, and Jason wakes up in what's a pretty badass scene, actually, where Corey Feldman's standing there outside the gravesite and Jason comes toward him. He goes to slash him, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you've got old Corey Feldman's character, and he just kind of looks weird.
The Corey Feldman that began this film was the best part of this film. The first time I ever watched this movie, I had high hopes. I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna have Tommy from the last film, part 4, continuing on as a child, looking through his eyes, you know, defeating this monster character as Jason. And no, we got fucking butt fucked on that one. It was cool that Corey Feldman did, you know, decide at least to come and have that one moment in the film to kind of bridge a gap between adult Tommy and child Tommy. When Tommy wakes up, oh yeah, that's exactly how I felt when I watched the first time I watched it. I'm like, oh shit, he's an adult now.
I've tried a new beer. It's Blueberry Pie Brown Ale, and it's quite fucking blueberry.
That's why I stick to classics. So when he wakes up, you find out he's basically Billy from the Power Rangers.
Dude, he looks just like Billy from the Power Rangers.
The entire time, Tommy, the adult Tommy looked like Billy from the Power Rangers. Mastodon. I really thought he was going to do that.
Totally true.
He's going to Pinehurst Institute, which is basically
it's a halfway house.
It's a halfway house. It's a behavioral reconstitution of young children. Like, that's what it is. It's a crazy house for kids that have been dealt with shitty problems.
Hey man, you've seen some shit.
You know, the guy that played Tommy wasn't a bad character. Like, he wasn't a bad actor.
He did a good job.
Actually, I think he did a pretty decent job with the part. He played the damaged, kind of fucked up guy that has seen some massive shit in his life.
And then when he goes and he sees his room for the first time, fucking Reggie shows up, who's a great fucking
Reckless
character.
Reggie.
As bad as this fucking movie is, you have to love Reckless Reggie. He shows up, he's like, hey man, you scared of spiders? You scared of rubber spiders? You scared of rubber spiders on strings?
Man, you was one scared cat.
I gotta go. There's some action.
Leroy Jinx is coming by later on.
I love that fucking kid.
You know, from the last movie to this movie, it felt 80s. It felt like a pure 80s slasher thing. And that's one thing that this movie does have going for it.
Violent.
Is the 80s feel. Now, the main problem that I have with this movie, and I think that most people do, even though I have heard that through time people have gotten more accustomed to this movie, We are basically dealing with a cosplayer Jason. That's not Jason. It's not Jason. What are you doing? You're not Jason. Look, I paid tickets for Friday the fucking 13th. I want to see Jason Voorhees slash some tits and areolas, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting a fake cosplayer.
And it's weird because part 4 was so good that it was Jason. It was the final chapter, even though it was bullshit. Part 4 was such a good movie that it did really well at the box office. So here's what happens, and they talk about this. What happens is part 4 is really good. It's a good Jason film. Everyone shows up to see part 5. So part 5 does really well at the box office. But the movie turns out to be shit for the most part. And then, we'll get into this later on, but part 6 comes out and it's actually really fucking good. It gets shitty box office because part 5 sucked. It's like this ongoing trend. But this movie did well because of how good part 4 was. But
it's kind of like if you fucked a girl and you had a really good sexual time, but then you told her you had herpes.
Sort of. Yeah, sure.
So,
but you've got this halfway house with all these characters. You've got Violet, who you talk about the 80s. She looked like a My Chemical Romance fan if it was today. She just loved to listen to her headphones and fucking dance. You've got this kid who's this fat shit. He's really fucking annoying. And as soon as you're introduced to these halfway house inhabitants, he shows up and he's got his chocolate bar. He's like, hey, you want a fucking chocolate bar? And then he ruins the sheets and they're like, just go away, you piece of shit. And then he runs into Philip Rivers' character. This dude looks just like...
That's Vic.
Yeah, he looks just like Philip Rivers from the San Diego Chargers, or now LA Chargers, if you will. And this dude is, again, I go back to, if you've been at your job for a while and you kind of fucking hate it, and then they hire some new people who are really gung-ho, and they're like, hey, can you show me how to do this? Can you show me how to work the fax machine? This is a really important job.
I don't feel like it.
And you're just fucking chopping away at your fucking job, and you're chopping away, and he just won't shut up. And finally, this guy gave us what we wanted. He finally just said, fuck it! And he axed the son of a bitch in the back.
And Vic says, fuck, there's no nougat. There's no nougat. And he slices that bitch. And then he's like, you know what, Vic? You can just forget it. And I think you're way out of line. I mean, it's simple as that. And then Vic goes goddamn full-on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And slashes his shit up. And not just, like, kind of slashes him in the back. He, like... goes full on, I've got to chop this wood down for winter.
I'm just saying, at the job that I'm at right now, I've been there for years, and when new people show up and they just talk their jargon and shit, and you just leave me alone, let me get to my goddamn tree. Sometimes I feel that. Like, not like I would chop him with an axe, but I can't help it. A sick part of me inside was rooting for him to fucking swing that axe at him. It worked out well for me.
I'm going to tell you this. I think that this movie would have benefited awesomely from if they had kept Joey and Vic in the movie.
Not Joey, but Vic.
No, Joey too, because Joey added, like I'm telling you, man, you cannot have Goonies without fucking Chunk, and I think he would have added the Chunk aspect to it. Even though we all hated him in a way, I think that he added some kind of comedic element to it that might have given you some quirkiness.
I'll go halfway with you. I think Vic should have survived because he would have made a formidable fight for Jason, or fake Jason, when he shows up. But we move on from that, and there's this funny ass scene where they're like, you don't play for a dead person.
She's like, I said I was sorry, okay?
But then douchebag McFuckface shows up and he's like, oh, did I scare you with my mask? And then fucking Tommy Jarvis beats the fuck out of him.
Goddamn, Tommy goes AC Slater on his ass, Zack Snyder. Like, he
beats the shit. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Because he stole one of his fucking masks. And we all know how Tommy feels. From the very beginning of this scene, you know, Reckless Reggie tries to touch one of his masks, and he's like, fuck no, don't touch my shit. And this asshole goes up into his room, a new resident, why would you do that? And grabs one of his masks, throws it, and is like, you got no sense of humor? And he's like, no, fucking Power Ranger, your fucking shit down.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the dude didn't deserve the axe to the back, but this guy definitely deserved to get his ass kicked and power bombed into a fucking table.
Yeah, all Tommy wanted to do was sit down for some fucking eggs. And this asshole, like, shows up to scare him with his own mask.
I like that about Tommy a lot.
But you know,
because you go on and there's some good kills. Like, some of this movie has some good moments in it. Mainly
the forest.
The forest. You've got the one dude and his big titted girlfriend, and they go out.
Huge tits.
And I love that scene. He's like, fuck that dude, and she's like, yeah. And she's like, fuck you, and he's like, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck me. And I'm like, fuck me. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck you. Fuck me.
Can you just not fuck me?
So they go in the woods and they fuck, and they do the little chase game, and they set down the sheep. And you've got these rednecks who live down the holler or whatever, right? Junior and his mom, and really annoying, over the top. Reminds me of the cops from Halloween 5. But she, in the history of cinema as a whole, is one of the best curse word artists of all fucking time.
She's great.
When she drops a curse word, you fucking feel it, and I love this shit.
She's got that edge to it.
Fucking tastic. But you got them, they're pissed about these crazies moving in next door.
Which you can kind of like, you know, relate to a little bit. Because if you had a fucking house out in the middle of the woods and they opened up a crazy house, especially since two of them were out on their property fucking.
Yeah. So they go out to fuck in the woods, and for Junior and his mom, this like, there's so many people who show up in this movie just to die. I'm all right with that. I'm fine with that. I want to see deaths, and this movie has like every 4 minutes or something like that. There's a kill in it. I love deaths. I want to see more of them. I have no problem with you guys just pulling up random ass characters just to die.
Yeah.
As long as you make their death scenes good.
Sexual.
And I know that the MPAA or whatever had a lot to do with this, but some of the kill scenes in this movie just sucked. What kill scenes did not suck in this movie, however, were the two who go to fuck in the woods. You've got the weird dude who showed up like, "Ma'am, I ain't had a meal in 2 days. I'd like to earn one." She's like, "Clean the chicken shit out the shitters." He's
and watching. Then I'll fill your belly.
He just, like, you brought this character in, and I get that, but you just give him a quick, boom, knife to the stomach, he's dead. He was trying to watch it, maybe catch a jerk, who knows. We didn't continue that long.
In the woods. Yeah. He's watching the two kids fuck. Yeah.
But they go to fuck in the woods, and that is a great scene. But he had to cut it up so much that as soon as they started to have sex, he was like, "Okay, I'm done." And the actor was talking about that. He was like, "They made me out to be like fucking Quick Draw McGraw." He's like, "They made me so quick." But he goes to get cleaned up at the fucking, like, just a white, like, take a horse bath in the goddamn Crystal Lake, just like slap some shit on that. She's laying out there like, titties.
I just got fucked hard, and I feel good with my tits.
Titties be free in the world of Kumaga.
She had some big kumungas.
Yeah, they're.
And then Jason shows up, and Snippy, her fucking eyes.
Great scene.
But you don't see him doing it, like, you know. And
but you do see the actor effects,
you see the effects are impressive. You know, yeah, I don't know if that says a lot about us because the fact that we wanted to see her fucking actually be like her eyes cut out.
I'm here for a Jason film.
Yeah, and then you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, you're like, why didn't I see? Like, he took goddamn hedge clippers,
they did,
and I didn't see it.
But they did a good job of that kill, because you see the hedge clippers go down, and then you hear the crunch when he puts it together, and then you see her eyes, which are a really good makeup effect.
But would she not be kind of alive? Because it didn't look like it got.
That shit fucking dude is in her brain.
No,
man.
I don't know. No, it didn't. You didn't see like the streaks in her head.
He put that shit down hard.
Well, maybe
she's dead.
But the other one, the best scene after that, is the boyfriend against a tree. And that was a really cool ass scene.
It's the most Saw kill of the entire franchise.
That one was like definitely fucking up there. You're like, ooh, god damn. Let me see more, Jason.
There's a leather strap around the guy's eyes, and then you got the two hooks in the back, and he's just turning it until the dude fucking dies. Inventive as fuck. One of the greatest horror kills of all time, bar none, dude.
Yeah, that was
though if you watch it carefully, he's turning it this way, and then the next scene he's loosening it and turning it this way. Like, they fucked up on that. But if you imagine what it's like to be killed that way, it's one of the most Saw fucked up horror fucking torture porn kills that I've ever seen. It was a great kill.
Reggie has a brother named Demon. Literally, his name is Demon. His name is Demon. I mean, that of itself is what's up with this guy. His name is Demon. Do you want some pizza? You want some sushi? You want some enchiladas?
Do you want an enchilada?
Yeah, and Tommy gets confronted by the redneck motherfucker. Junior. From the forest. The thing about Tommy, when he goes crazy in this moment with Junior, when Junior comes over and like starts pushing him and starts fucking pushing him, is like, "Mama told me to kill you if you ain't got no chicken." Whatever he fucking says, you know, like, Tommy's like most of this is how I remember Tommy from 5.
Yeah.
Like, and Tommy's like, "Patrick Swayze," and like he fucks him up, dude. Like, again, I felt like when I was watching Tommy fuck up Junior, I was either watching Roadhouse Part 2, or I was watching a real-life Double Dragon, and whatever. Because
Tommy's the dude who just found out his girlfriend or wife was cheating on him, and then had to go work a shift that night. He was Michael Douglas in Falling Down, working at a register at Walmart, ready to fucking lose his shit.
Can I not return this? I have the receipt. Fuck, bitch!
I'm done!
You didn't buy this here. And then Pam runs out, like, you know, Tommy saw what he did. He's like, "Ow!" Like, and he runs out in the woods.
I can't see with this thing on!
Yeah, and Rachel's like, what's going on, girl? It's like, we gotta go. And then he's like, well, fuck, I gotta go. And then the next deaths are Demon and his girl.
Oh my god.
And that was a funny fucking scene,
One
guys.
of my favorite scenes from the entire series, man. Like, as much as I hate this fucking movie, that whole outhouse scene, because he's sitting in his trailer and he's like, because we've all been there. This happens to me at least twice a week because I eat a lot of Mexican and hot food. He's like, he's having a good time. At first, it's funny though because he's like, man, I miss him already. I love my little brother so much. And she's like, hey, you want to hit this? He's like, yeah. But then all of a sudden he goes,
oh shit, oh god.
Those goddamn enchiladas.
And he runs to the outhouse, and then when he was in the
damn enchiladas.
and he doesn't, like, you know, the confidence on this guy is level A. Level fucking A. Because, you know what, I don't know how long you've been dating your girl, but when you take a shit in front of her, you don't give a shit at that point. You don't care at all.
That's true love.
And he's taking a dump, and he's like, you know, and she's like, she comes over and like starts rattling the fucking, you know, outhouse, and he's like, bitch, you won't get it.
You gonna get it,
and,
bitch.
and she's like, you gonna feel so much better when you take a shit. That's a good girlfriend though. That's a good girlfriend. You know what? I gotta say, that's a good girlfriend. Like, that doesn't care that you're taking a poop. Like, you don't have to go down the street to Shell gas station.
She understands the
yeah, you gotta take a poop.
And
then he's like, ooh baby, ooh baby.
She starts out, she's like, ooh baby. He's like, ooh baby, ooh baby.
And then he's like, I guess that helps him concentrate on his turd coming out. And that was such a great scene.
I love it.
You know what? As far as the death scene itself that occurs with Demon and his girlfriend, she gets killed off screen.
Yeah.
And Demon,
this happens so many times.
Yeah, it's not really a big scene that you're like, oh wow. I mean, honestly, we could really name 3 scenes in this movie that are good. The road flare in the mouth, the death scene in the forest, and the death scene again in the forest with the tree. Well, the other ones are
the road flare in the mouth scene. By the way, we didn't talk about the greasers who get it, and they're another just added to die people in the movie. The one dude gets his throat cut, like we've seen so many times, but the dude who got the road flare to the mouth. The funny thing about them is a lot of people speculate like they were a gay couple, but if you listen to the dialogue,
listen to it.
If you it's just like us.
They were trying to be
2 guys who are best friends.
Yeah,
they must be gay.
You got to be gay,
fucking, and that's fine. Whatever. It's the same thing with them. I thought of us when I read that. No, I thought of us when I read that because everybody's like, oh, they're a gay couple. But if you listen to them, like they're literally talking about like, oh, these girls are gonna wait for forever, and then they die. But the road flare death was cool.
That was a great scene. That was one of the few memorable death scenes.
I like that one dude because it's like he was like, ooh, you better stop that fucking car. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Bitch, you gonna get it now.
Guys, for anyone of
never do this
sexual age, if you're getting to the point where you're having sex in life, let me give you the best tip I can give you. And this is from many times we make the same mistake. If you're gonna hit on a girl, if you're gonna make your move, especially on a girl that you're friends with, you can't do it with this timid fucking best friend.
No, you gotta control that situation.
And here's why. Now we're going deep into shit, but we gotta do it. Here's why. If you go up to a girl that maybe you've been friends with for a while, and you've put in the work, and you've been in the friend zone, and you want to sleep with her, and you genuinely like her, to do this whole like maybe I kind of maybe want to make love to you, it's not gonna work.
That doesn't make a girl wet.
The first thing she's gonna say to herself is, sex with this man is going to be fucking awful. Because he's gonna be scared, he's not gonna know what to do, he's gonna be shaky. You gotta go in there with confidence. And I'm not, don't be a dick.
Well, don't be like,
we're gonna fuck.
No, don't be like Teddy Bear from 4. But don't be like, give a teddy bear a kiss.
Don't be creepy, but be confident, and that's a fine line you have to walk. But that being said, he does the creepy,
weird,
scared, I have no confidence in myself thing, and she laughs at him. And you don't fuck her for that because
that was a bad. Okay, you know what? He fucked up, but don't be a bitch about it. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, she laughs at him. He goes upstairs. He wants to talk to Violet, and Violet's doing her weird, robot move because she's dancing. And he's like, okay, well, fuck you. Okay. And then he turns around, he gets an axe to the fucking head, or a machete, or whatever the fuck it was. He dies off screen.
Going back to the same kills.
But again, the kills are just not good. Like, the kills are just not good. And Violet, she's doing the Egyptian dance that will never quit. Forever. And she's doing a cool little...
This girl is too involved in pop culture.
You know what? This girl reminds me that she should be in like Friday the 13th part, like not Friday the 13th, but Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3
In today's
or 4.
world, she'd be a hardcore My Chemical Romance groupie.
Yeah.
I like her though. I dig her. So
She's
she
cool.
seems like a cool chick.
It sucked that she died because I actually thought they would develop her a little bit more.
She's just a little too into what she's into. But her scene sucked because it was just this quick stab to the stomach.
Well,
but in the version that got edited by the MPAA, this director went fucking ham on this scene. What they originally had her do was spread her legs, and Jason hacked and hacked and hacked in between her legs. There's pictures of her with her legs spread and their blood everywhere.
Damn, dude.
He went straight after the vagina and like just hacked it into
That
bits.
sounds like some fucking human centipede
And like
shit.
almost everyone was like, "Nah, dog, that's too much."
This would be my face if he was sitting there like,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be able to release this movie, Jim.
And we go right back to the fucking same thing again. You got your final girl, and she's with Reggie, who's cool. But and of course you got his grandpa who gets thrown through a window
We didn't see his death. We didn't see the main guy's death.
His eyes are gouged out. The main guy who runs the camp has a screwdriver through his head. You don't see it. The ambulance dude who's like, "You bunch of fucking pussies."
Yeah.
He has a
slit throat.
off-screen death.
When Reggie comes out with the goddamn plower and murders it, and chops his ass in the fucking stomach.
And the chainsaw scene
And then
is
the
cool.
chainsaw scene
That's
when
cool
Pam's
scene.
hiding in the barn. That was cool.
Yeah.
But we know he's fucking human because he's like actually like concerned about the blood coming out of him. He's like, "Bitch, did you just fucking chase off?" We know he's a guy. He's not like a supernatural guy. You'd be dead, motherfucker. You just got rammed by.
You're just a weird ambulance worker guy.
Yeah, you're Roy. At the end of the movie, we find out when he falls on the Liu Kang spikes from the pit from Mortal Kombat, he's Roy from the ambulance scene way early on, and we also find out that he was the father of Joey. Oh my God! It stays of our lives.
What a sick attempt at recreating the ending of Psycho.
Yeah, so...
You remember in Psycho, it was such a crazy, like, well-acted event when they explained exactly what happened, and the lawyer's out there, and he's like, "Here's what..." That was such a cool thing, and they try to recreate that, and the entire audience is like, "Oh, that wasn't Jason?" Immediately, don't fucking care.
I think the problem...
At all.
I got away with it if it had meant for you rotten kids. Jinkies. We go to the hospital. We go to the hospital. Tommy's recovering. She's out there with Reggie. She goes to see Tommy. First part's a dream sequence. Tommy jumps up, stabs her in the goddamn stomach with the machete. He's gonna be Jason now. Then he wakes up. He's like, "Oh no, I didn't do that." And then he wakes up and he sees Jason at the end of his bed. And he's like, "Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna fucking..." And then
Michael Myers style.
Yeah, with the machete. And that's the problem with this fucking movie is that we were all treated, and this is why I think the movie was shit, and I don't like it. There were elements of it I loved. There were elements of it I liked. But the overall reason why I feel that I hate it, and I never liked it even as a kid watching it, is because we were all treated as fans of this series as dumb fuckers that would just take whatever we wanted in the butt, and they could do whatever they wanted, and they could just say, "This happened, that happened, it's not Jason, we'll make a whole goddamn movie about a guy that is pretending to be Jason, and you all are gonna just accept that." There's no way, if I'm an audience member back when this movie came out, that I'm fucking feeling good about this. And I see him being the one, he puts the mask on to do this. I'm like, you're not fucking Jason. You're a goddamn cosplayer wanting to be Jason. Yeah. I want my fucking Jason, and I need it now. I need my Jason now.
So I give this one a 3.5.
I give this movie a 3.0.
The next fucking Jason movie is badass as
What,
shit.
Get real deep in your goddamn panties.
Whatever your fucking faces, comment down below with your all's thoughts. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in ya. I have to pee so bad.
What do you guys think? I'm some kind of fart head?
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.